Hey, good morning, Utah. Meteorologist Nate Larsen here. Quick update on some of the forecast. A lot of us, of course, seeing the impacts of quiet weather that we're dealing with now with the cold temperatures, the inversions that are in place, and air quality is certainly becoming more of an issue. You can see the cameras that are on the screen now, just areas that are seeing, of course, the biggest impacts along Wasatch Front, Cache Valley. Not nearly as bad for some areas like Wasatch Back, of course, but we do see inversions that set up there, as well as some of the impacts. But for right now, it's pretty quiet. So Natural History Museum camera showing some of the smog, the haze that's in place. Readings are showing unhealthy for sensitive groups, at least for Salt Lake County today, tomorrow, and Thursday. And then one of the nifty tools that we have here at Fox 13 is our AirView network, powered by TELUS, that really kind of breaks down what we're seeing across each county of northern Utah. So I had it pulled up. Where is that guy? So here it is. So this one has several monitors across Wasatch Front measuring particulate matter, or PM 2.5. And so you can see the low spots of the valleys have the more dense or the thicker concentrations of PM 2.5. So that's usually where, because cold air is more dense than warmer air, it really kind of compresses the concentrations in those areas, especially in the early morning and overnight hours. But right now, those are the readings that we're seeing. So most dense out near the airport, Magna area, but still seeing moderate to unhealthy for sensitive groups across many of the counties along Wasatch Front. Notice up in Cache Valley, not as much data there, but certainly still seeing moderate air along the Wasatch Back. Utah County, still looking at similar conditions. So from DEQ, or Department of Environmental Quality, just Salt Lake County has orange for today forecast, but other areas are jumping on board as we get into tomorrow, like Davis, Weber, even Utah counties. So we know the air is bad. We can feel it. A lot of us maybe can sense it in our lungs as well. So important when we have these kinds of setups, we limit our time outdoors, limiting exercise or strenuous activity outdoors. And if we are going to be outdoors and trying to exercise and do those things within the inversion layer, it's recommended to even get a mask that filters out the particulates, like an N95 mask or something, just to help keep you breathing a little bit easier. Northerly flow in place. You can see some of the high cloud covers. We do have partly cloudy skies out there for today. All in all, though, should be a nice and gorgeous Tuesday for much of the state, especially central southern Utah, where you're not dealing with the impacts of the bad air within the inversions. But temperatures as you're stepping out, mid-30s for much of the Wasatch Front, about 40 in St. George. So for the valleys of northern Utah, we're going to be pretty close to average highs, maybe even slightly above, while mountain areas with these inversion layers end up being above average for this time of year. So in the mid-40s for a lot of the mountain valleys versus being more, nice colder temperature to keep the snowpack, the slopes nice and froze over. Might be a little more spring ski conditions, though, up on some of the slopes. All right, I thought I had a mountain camera pulled up for you. Let me pull that. I have a ski forecast into the afternoon. Should be really nice up on the slopes. This was a shot of the Wasatch Back. Yeah, Deer Valley camera. Love this one. Shows Jordanelle there at the bottom, but yeah, nice. A few clouds out there. Plan on temperatures climbing above freezing. We'll be, in fact, in the upper 30s into the afternoon with some of those passing clouds. Folks that are heading up on the slopes. As far as any pattern change, let's walk you through some of the upper level charts. They don't show much, if anything, different. So we've got blocking patterns sticking around. A weak storm tries to clip us Thursday, Friday time frame. Impacts are probably pretty minimal. Hopefully it brings enough colder air in at the higher elevations to try to scour out a little bit of the bad air, the inversion. Some of those winds increasing aloft, but high pressure takes back over pretty quickly, which it doesn't really go away. We just get clipped by this storm system passing east of us. And so there's a chance that could improve air quality a little bit heading into the weekend. Temperatures could rebound a little bit as well. But generally, the consensus remains that we're staying quiet, at least for the foreseeable future. Models are hinting, the long-range models, 2 weeks out, are hinting at a possible storm system sometime next Thursday or Friday. So we're still more than a week away from our next significant storm system that could really bring some more drastic changes. So could start to see a little bit more patchy, dense fog form in the overnight hours. Temperatures, there you go, mid-40s for a lot of the mountain valleys of northern Utah, with lower elevations seeing the worse air quality as far as and the cooler temperatures. Wasatch Front, low 40s, upper 30s for most places today. Winds are expected to stay light for most areas. Eastern Utah, gorgeous. Yeah, get out, enjoy some sunshine, if not some high clouds at times, but overall nice weather for Eastern Utah. Southern Utah, more of the same. We'll start to see some of those high clouds as well, but generally 50s, 60s expected for down south. Just really nice conditions for you guys. And yeah, maybe you want to grab those hiking boots, go for a stroll later this afternoon, mid-60s into tomorrow, Thursday, after low 60s today. But no rain for Southern Utah either. And then Northern Utah, the low 40s expected. And then, yes, it is pollution. Good morning, Julie. Mid-40s by the weekend. Hopefully on Friday we get some of that relief with that passing storm system well to the east of us. Cooler air moving in over the Rockies could, again, help mix out some of the pollution, the bad air that's trapped here in the valleys. But no big storm systems, unfortunately, until maybe next Thursday, Friday. So fingers crossed we see a pattern change. Oh, I did have a graphic that I made last night. I thought this was kind of interesting. It highlights, so we talked about snowpack. We know snowpack numbers are low. Oh, where did I put that one? But some of the silver lining is the January state water report put out by Utah Snow Survey highlighted the fact that we've had several other, somebody delete my graphic, no. We have had several other years with similar conditions as far as the snowpack kind of being where it is now. It was then back in, I think it was 1990, 2010, 2024. Where is that graphic? And there were also those, I'm going to find the graphic. There were three of the four of those years that had similar starts up to January 9th, like we've had this year, ended up with above average snowpack for the end of the snow year. So there's a little bit of hope, although the next 2 weeks don't show us any of that hope as of right now. But, oh, here it is. So this, unless somebody changed it this morning. Come on, it's loading. It's thinking about loading. Still maybe loading. It's sleeping. It's not even that hard of a graphic to load. Come on. There it goes. Okay. So past winners that began like this one, 1990, yeah, 2010, 2020, or 2014 and 2024. NRCS says that 3 of those 4 winters ended above normal for snowpack. So yeah, we could still have winter kick in sometime eventually. Maybe February is the lucky month, and March. So, all right, that's it. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And yeah, get out above the inversion if it's getting to you. So get some fresh air. Have a good one.